Welcome back to another video. This is a video, follow-up video for my CHROMA, my last CHROMA build video. I just feel as if I wasn't as clear or precise with my build video. Just wanted to make a new one to sort of set it right. Also, Simulaic room looks real nice. Like, props to DE for this. Looks amazing. So I want to start with my weapons setup. I like running with a Super Vandal. I got a special ribbon for it. Gives it multi-shot, crit chance, status duration. I could roll a better one, but at the moment, this is all I need. I left the spot empty because I just didn't really need to fill it, in my opinion. I got a Hunter's Hunter's mutation in there, that added slash, whatever, and then this Entropy Burst gives me back 100 energy every time it procs, so that's a cool little thing right there. This is the Radigus kit gun, and keep clicking the wrong thing. Goddamn, here it is. Again, I left the spot open because I really just didn't need all that on it. All I really needed was Pax Bolt, which gives me the plus 100% chance for plus 30 efficiency and ability strength. And I don't have a ribbon for it. But I do have a ribbon for my Vacor Sidon. If you don't have a ribbon for your Vacor Sidon, you could just put a prime pressure point, a sacrificial pressure point, or a regular pressure point if you want maxed out. It'll perform just as well. I want to start by going. We'll skip the first and fourth abilities because I don't really think people use those that much. We'll start with Elemental Ward. Elemental Ward. There are different variants based on your energy color of what your Elemental Ward will do. If you have an electric, like anything bluish kind of color for your energy on CHROMA, then it will basically increase your maximum shield capacity for you and whoever's in your area, and whatever damage your shields take will be multiplied and reflected back to the enemy. Also, it will stun them. The next one is a Toxic. If you run anything sort of greenish color for your energy, it'll deal damage to enemies just as all of them do, and it will, when you cast Elemental Ward and you have any kind of greenish colors on him, he will have added reload speed and he will have increased equip speed, which means he will be able to switch between weapons even faster. Ice Tank CHROMA is, one of the more popular ones because of Tactical Potato Megamu. Ice Tank CHROMA increases your base armor by a certain percentage. All of these buffs from Elemental Ward and Vex Armor, they increase with power strength, obviously. Ice Tank CHROMA, you get based armor increase, and it can reflect back projectiles such as bombard rockets or those plasma shots, those void Grenaire shoot at you. it will also freeze them. It'll affect them with a freeze proc. In my opinion, it's alright, but I like running with a fire tank chroma. It gives you more health, and I can always just throw in a arcane guardian if I want some more base armor increase. So that's not really that big of a problem for me. So I like running a fire tank chroma, since it just increases my survivability overall. Onto Vex armor. Vex armor, it increases your armor and increases your damage. And when active, will show up as Fury and Scorn up in the top right of the screen. And then we have his. Oh, that was an accident. Then we have his ultimate, Effigy. It increases credits and stuff, and it says it increases the strength of nearby allies. I don't really know about that. I'm still, if you guys know anybody who could confirm this, like, go ahead. But I really don't think that it does what it says. I think DE has just been like pushing it further and further down. But yeah, also, Effigy and Spectral Scream, this one up here, are both affected by Vex armor. So the damage you get for Vex armor increases Effigy and Spectral Scream's damage as well as your weapon's damage. Oh, and it also increases the amount of armor Effigy has. So that's a pretty important thing to note. Onto the build. For me, I just forced as much power strength down as possible. I left one level off of adaptations, seeing as that I didn't need to rise it all the way to 10 out of 10 to get that full damage reduction up to 90%. I left one off of narrow-minded because I needed to fit more mods in. Umbra Vitality. If you have it and you haven't put that many points into it yet, stop. Don't put any more. All you need is 5 for this build. And if worst comes to worst, you can always just switch it out with Rage or Hunter Adrenaline. Here. Hunter Adrenaline or Rage, and when your health takes damage, you'll get energy back. Sort of make up for it. Also got Umbra Intensify maxed out. And Energy Conversion maxed out, of course. I like Arcane Avenger because it increases the critical damage of your weapons. And on Chroma, that is a huge deal for me. Arcane Guardian, I was sort of running low on platinum, so I got that and threw that in there. So on to the way this build performs. The way I set it up, I have 4 tiers of, I like to call them tiers, of Chroma's Vex armor buff. The first tier is just simply casting it. That, boom, spawning some enemies right out there. Oh no, I'm taking damage. Boop, there it is. 957. And it's pretty good. You know, this is what I see people running around with, you know, around this amount of power strength, and yeah, you can see the duration ain't that bad. It isn't that bad. 41 seconds, I believe. Yeah, it's just enough to do what you need to do. And then when it's getting low, you can just recast it. That's tier 1. It's still pretty powerful. If you're running that, by all means, it's good on you if you feel comfortable with that. Tier 2, however, tier 2 is for when you get an energy and you use an energy conversion here. Cast it. Simulate those enemies. Come on. Let me. Okay, I really need to get rid of this cat. Yeah, this is tier 2. 1094% extra damage, otherwise known as Fury, and 1393 extra armor, otherwise known as this. If you're just, you know, trying to get a quick buff, you know, you could go for that. Grab that up, whatever not. And yeah, it's just a bit stronger than tier 1. Well, actually no, it's a lot stronger. And then we have tier 3, growing power combined with energy conversion. I just gotta hit them with a status proc. Now this one's weird, you know. You get the buff, you know, and everything. Where's that other guy? You got the buff and everything, but as you see, I casted it. I cast the ability, and when you go back to abilities, you'll see that it's at 957 and 1218 armor increase. That's because when it wears off, when growing power wears off and you use an ability and it consumes the stack from energy conversion, it will reset. So if you don't hit the max amount of potential for that single cast of Vex armor, it'll reset. But an easy fix is in place where you can just like, if you don't think you're gonna be able to get the buff off in time, what you can do is go back, get the energy, hit them with the status proc, then recast your ability again, and that will set it back to it'll set it back to tier 3, which is energy conversion and growing power. And then when you take enough damage, you'll have your Fury buff, and when your shield takes enough damage, you'll have your Scorn. So that's just to note. The same thing for the tier 4, which I'm about to show you, which I usually try to go for in a mission, even if it's, you know, high level mission, because I can just keep recasting it. This is where Pax Bolt comes into play. And what you gotta do is oh, that was an accident. You need to get a status proc, a headshot, and you have to have an energy already in. It's best if you wait till you have the energy sure that you have energy conversion activated. Then you can go and that headshot. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to take off the cat. Hold on a second. One moment. Don't mind the name. Oh, I think he bled out. I did not know this had slash. It's a crazy thing, because I had it for a while. What you can also do before you get into the fight is you can cast Elemental Ward for that added tankiness so that they don't kill you that easy. This also, if you feel as if you're not getting the buff up fast enough, you can just hit yourself with something to get it going just as fast. Got the energy. So this one will be tier 5. There it is. It's actually a little weaker somehow. Not on the fairy buff is right. But the scorn isn't. What it basically is supposed to give you is plus 1500. Get this off. There we go. I just need to spawn another one. See? This is tier 4 Vex armor. Plus 1247% fury and 1587 scorn or armor. And as you can see, it is pretty hard to get off, but with practice you'll be able to do it fairly easy. This is just the state that CHROMA's kinda in right now. You know, this is like the best build for him. I like it because it gives you a sense of danger again, because in higher level content you're not going to take that much damage. I know you might say, oh, the damage multiplies and stuff like that. When you have it at its maximum potential tier 4, it's crazy. You just won't take that much damage. This buff is just a monster, I'm telling you. It turns any weapon into a cannon. Like, it's crazy. You could just take enemies out with ease. That's why I usually go with faster weapons and weapons with kind of like crowd control or something. If you want, you can actually run with the Cat Moon or whatever it's called, kit gun, because it like sweeps a whole crowd of enemies. You're most likely to get a headshot through that than through using the weapon that I prefer here. I just like the way this one fires, so I chose this one. But you can choose something else. I usually run this kind of setup for like, if the mission is, you know, 100 to like 150, I'll run a setup like this. But if it's any higher, I'll probably won't run like one-shot weapons or stuff like that. Like if I probably like get a an assassination mission that I have to do, I'll run one-shot weapons and stuff like that. But you probably shouldn't bring it to like Alid V, because he'll just reset your buff nonstop, and it takes a while to get it up. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to master this, but if you get it down pat, you can pretty much just go well into endgame with it. So yeah, I think that's about it. Leave comments and things you think of, what you think about the build in the comment section. I'll definitely get around to them. Yeah. See you around.